some extra of this braze-old flux. Oh, I like that. That's made by Union Carbide Company. But I am using a bronze rod, and let's cover that up quickly. I almost forgot. We need to hold what heat we got in there. We need to hold that heat in there right here. So I'm gonna put that right around there like that, and I'm gonna go in there and get that other one and put on the inside. Yeah, we'll poke this other one up in yonder, up in the back of that hopper yonder, right down in there. I could have had that in there as I was brazing. The only thing at this point right here is just wait and see what we got. You know what I mean? If it cracks, we'll do something else, but if it don't, we'll mark this as up as a pretty good repair. It's John Deere. Back from here on the East Coast, Arkansas. Shot the dog sound. And them rods, I think them rods is, I'll show you. Oh, they're old. And I've had them a long time. They're Oxwell 25-M flux-coated bronze welding rod. So, I'm going to let this cool down. Oh, it's hot. That's good. That's good. I think we'll be alright. We got heat a pretty far distance from where we was at. That's a good thing. You want to build up all the heat you can get without going to any kind of extreme. You know, what year is this engine? 1940? Well, think like it's 1940. You know, the farmer bought it and had it there at the house, and something, say a tree fell on it and broke that. What would he do? Just what I did. I tell you, the most dreaded, leave a comment. The most dreaded sound you will ever hear in the welding shop is, you know, like you've welded something and maybe you sat down to have a cup of coffee, and all at once you hear this dead metal sounding crack. Oh, you can hear it in an instant. When it happens, you know what it is. Most dreaded sound in a welding shop. That cast iron crack. You know, what are you going to do then? You've done your best. You know, what I did right here, I mean, I could have went about it. I actually could have got the little Hobart out there, and I've not had much success with that MIG welder on this cast iron. I much prefer bronze with some added flux. That's the key to it, is the flux. Metal's clean. It don't have to be. Just look up the temperature on a bronze rod. It ain't all that hot. You know, you don't have to have that engine aglow. You're not melting the metal at all. It's a whole different process. Now we'll check back in the morning. Knock that little project out. I think everything will be all right. I think when have to let it cool down a little bit, but I think it'll be a pretty good repair. It's not the only way. Believe me, there's several other ways to repair that. No, they ain't either. Because it has to hold oil in there is the problem, and mount the engine down. But actually, kind of like a book. Oh, we got a cat in the house. Yeah, hi, kitty, kitty. I don't know. Oh, I thought I was going to have a problem getting the cat out. You know, after some time went by, I thought I was going to have a problem of getting the cat out of the shop, but oh, I may be right. Kitty, kitty. Yeah, that's a good cat. And I don't know about this cats. I actually was going to, well, it's actually what I was going to tell you about today, if I may question you about it. These cats came on to me as of recently. Well, I think they're in good shape. They running and jumping, and you know, I think they're doing okay. And I should have told you that on the get-go, that the third cat came by earlier today. So, you know, I think they'll be all right. Yeah. Oh, there's Sneaky Cat. You know, just come sneaking across. Them cats, you know, they're okay. These ain't my cats. I feel being taken in with them, like it's something that, you know, see, I never had a cat before, and the cat with the bling came prancing by not long ago, early in the morning. A hello and gone. I ain't seen a cat since, but in between that time and this time, I have probably espied, laid eyes on, at least 6 other different cats. I mean, the neighborhood's got cats. Some of them you'll see twice, but don't count it twice. But this right here, this is a new one here. I mean, they were born here. They're little bitty things. Oh, I fed them breakfast, and I thought I might throw out a little hamburger. I thought we might have some kind of meat hamburger, or maybe some fried Spam. I think that's a good idea. I think we'll call it a day. From here on the east coast of Arkansas. Shop dog Sam and the cats. Say good night, kitty. Say good night, kitty. Say good night. Say good night. Let's look at that brazing job. Been overnight, and I did have this covered up with a really thick tarp. Look at the braze with look at it from a third person view, not as you want it to look like, not as you wished it looked like, but as it actually does. And from out here, I'm going to call that a real nice job out here. I'm going to call that really good. And I think before I unbolt it, I'm already expecting that there will be a small gap where this gasket goes, and if need be, I will address that with whatever's necessary. Sometimes a little bit of JB Weld works wonders in that area. I think 1923 to 1946, I believe, is the accepted years of manufacturing on this particular engine right here, up to 1946, and then all the way back to 23. You know, they're all right for what they are. It's just that these engines, they have a very unrealistic price to value. You know how much you pay for it? Most of the time you're just buying John Deere green paint. You know, if it looks good sitting over in the barn beside of that big old $200,000 combine, John Deere green. Or do you want an engine that you would get out there and hook on to something a little more than an ice cream freezer, let's say. You know, these engines actually was built to work. And the base there that we used for a line-up jig, well, even the flux is gone now. None the worse for wear. And looking at our braze joint, actually do have at this point right here, I've got brass showing down here where it wicked out, and over here I've got brass showing, and I can see it right down in there. So we got good penetration. Okay, let's wire brush that and see what we've actually got. Okay, still looking good right there. Still looking good on the front. We've got penetration in that gap down there. To be honest with you, I would have liked to have had more, to the point where that actually could V that out and run a bead on the back side. I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't think so. I think we'll let that go like it is. I believe there's, well, that'll be all right. Gasket fits here. That will be okay. looks okay. Yeah, I'm okay with that repair right there.